what first got me into music was, you know, I remember, shit, man, when my cousins and them used to play like the old Doggy Style Snoop Dogg album, you know, playing the old Wu-Tang albums, Nas Jones, and just listening to them, being like, damn, I like this right here. This something I want to get into. You know, it was just one of them situations where it just definitely changed my life, put me in that realm of just, you know, loving the music, you know? So, like, you know, that was my influence. That's kind of what, you know, first put me in that moment, you know, hearing my cousins play the music.
Did you have a favorite artist back then?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Growing up, my favorite artist was Snoop Dogg, Nas, you know, Mobb Deep, UGK, Scarface, you know, the Wu-Tangs. That was like my favorite artist growing up.
Who inspired you to make music?
Who inspired me to make music? I would say, you know, the same people that I grew up listening to. You know, Nas, Snoop, you know, Jay, Big, you know, and then a little later in the game, when I got older and started really doing my thing and moving around these streets like the Jeezys and the Gucci Manes, you know, things of that nature, that's what really inspired me, you know what I'm saying?
How would you describe the music that you typically create?
The music that I create, how I would explain it, is I say I make, you know, what I would call international trap music. You know what I'm saying? Trap music with substance. Where at the end of the day, yeah, I'm talking that trap, you know what I'm saying, shit, I'm talking that lingo, I'm talking that talk, but I'm gonna give you the flip side of it too. You know, I'm not gonna just give you the glory, I'm gonna give you the pain with it also. Cause, you know, a lot of pain come with that glory. I mean, I give you my life, it's, you know, it's autobiographical, it's, you know, it's real.
I think I know the answer to this question, but what is your creative process like?
My creative process of making music is, you know, I don't really like having all these people in the studio. You know, some people like having a rack of bitches, all they mans in the studio, a rack of smoke, a rack of drink. Man, for real, you know, I might smoke something, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, but before I even come in the studio, I already got written down what I'm about to rap and get done. I'm not wasting no time in the studio. Studio time costs money, Slim. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't free. So I got everything already written and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to, you know what I'm saying, step in the booth and record. So really my process, as far as my process of when I'm actually penning down the music, yeah, I might drink something, smoke something, get my mind right, you know, to give me a certain, you know, a mood. But as far as like when I'm in the studio, I don't want nobody there but who's supposed to be there, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna drink and smoke afterwards.
I was actually at a studio session with you, and you and Doe put together Lynn Bias. I'm talking about Nothing Was Written. We pulled up to whoever's house it was, I don't know.
Yeah.
If you remember.
Right. Oh yeah.
Nothing Was Written, and I watched y'all put that song together from scratch. No pen, no pad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I could definitely do that. It's a certain type of, you know, the word they use now is a vibe. If it's a certain vibe, and shout out to my brother Doughboy the Deacon, man. You know, he definitely, you know, puts me in that mental mind frame of when we feed off each other. We like, you know, almost like equivalent to like a Ghostface Killer, Raekwon type. You know, just a vibe that when we get together and the music that we make, you know, yeah, that's definitely something I've done several times. Is, you know, if there's if the studio time is already paid for, and it's a different situation where we going in there to cook off scratch, then yeah, that's what we gonna do. But yeah, I've definitely just cooked up something, you know, straight up out the pot right there without having nothing written down for sure.
This next one is a two-part question. This area, within this area, who would you most like to want to collaborate with right now? Like right now.
What, as far as like Woodbridge or Virginia
Just
as
like
a whole, or what you mean this
our
area,
local,
DMV?
Our
like,
local area, yeah. DMV.
Woodbridge, like
DMV,
oh
right.
DMV,
Right.
DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Right.
Okay, okay, but DMV specifically, or just Virginia as a whole? Because
Virginia as a whole.
As a whole, because we talking, because that the whole 7 cities in Richmond is a whole different, animal. You know what I'm saying? So we talking
Let's talk
whole
DMV.
Okay,
one artist.
Okay, one artist that I haven't worked with yet.
That you haven't worked with, that you could work with, if you could work with right now.
From the DMV.
From the DMV.
I say my ox Shy Glizzy. I ain't had work with Shy Glizzy, you know what I'm saying? Slide my leg on my, let's put this work together.
Who would you want to, if you could right now, outside of this area? It could be mainstream, right now.
Man, right now, man, I can't even stump, man. I've always liked what that boy J. Cole doing, man. I love to put something together with J. Cole.
Dope. If you could open up,
and let's not forget Nas though, man. Like, but if we talking about like, just to speak upon that situation, like if we talking about right now, I say J. Cole.
Right now, right?
Yeah, J. Cole.
Okay.
But if we talking about like my like the super, like, legendary.
If you want to, okay, I'll throw that. So 3-part question.
Yeah.
If you could bring an artist back from the dead, who would you want to rock with?
Easy, man. Personally, Bandana P, man. Prodigy, man. Prodigy was always one of my favorite rappers of all time, personally, Slim. You know what I'm saying? I love a lot of the rappers who passed away, B.I.G., Pac, Eazy-E, Big L, Big Pun. Those were some of my favorites. But personally, man, I was just always a big fan of Prodigy, man.
Me too.
Hey.
All right. If you could open up and do a show, and I know right now with the quarantine, like being in quarantine, but we're talking like in the right now, if you could do a show and that could be like on a live, who would you want to like work with? And this is like any artist.
Man, if I could work with any artist right now to do a show, any artist who got the name Baby in their name, because they doing numbers. And they music's dope too though. So shout out to Da Baby, shout out to Lil Baby, and shout out to Baby from Cash Money, Slim. We have a whole Snaky Baby tour. You hear me? For real.
On a serious note, and this is probably one of those questions that a lot of people don't ask. What is one message that you would want to like send to your fans?
Man, to my fans.
To your fans, because they come first.
Yeah. One message I would want to send to my fans is, first and foremost, man, you all appreciate it. I appreciate you. I couldn't do this without y'all, man. I love y'all, each and every one of y'all. And I would always say, man, don't ever stop grinding, man. Always dream big, shoot for the, shoot for the stars, all that, man, because at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where you never know who's watching, and you never know how close you really are, man. Never stop grinding. Never stop grinding. Keep grinding. Don't ever stop.
What is the most useless talent you have?
The most
Useless talent you have.
The most useless.
Useless.
Oh man, shit. The most useless talent that I have is, man, I ain't never really thought about that. The most useless that I guess a talent that I don't use that much. I mean, as of right now, the most useless talent I have is repairing cars, like auto mechanics. Like, you know, I used to own an auto mechanic shop, you know what I'm saying? But I don't do auto mechanic work no more. But I drop a whole engine transmission in your car, and I can do that. But yeah, I say that's my most useless talent right now.
What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for the music?
Man, what I would be doing right now if it wasn't for the music, I would still be probably doing something that had to do with entertainment. And I'll probably still be pushing with the auto mechanics, you know what I'm saying? Probably had a whole chain of, you know, U.S. auto centers, chain of U.S. auto services, and, you know, messing with the cars. I love the cars, whatever. On top of that, I had, you know, be cranking with the merchandise, with the clothing line. I always been on some flash shit, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was a broke motherfucker, I used to always make sure, you know, I sold enough motherfucking work to buy the newest Jordans. So, you know, I white tee it up with some Levi's, but my feet was fresh. So, you know, I do something with some fashion.
I know with COVID-19 going on, and nobody can really get out, perform, go to shows, let alone throw shows. So I'm gonna twist this question. Once this is over and we get back to some type of normal, like, do you have anything like lined up as far as showcases outside of you know, just going to the studio recording music?
Yeah, man, once things clear up and there's no more phase, nothing, and the COVID situation is dead, man, I'm definitely gonna be hitting the clubs back up heavy and promoting the Thoughts from Snaky Baby album that's coming out real soon, getting with the DJs, getting with the promoters, and just, you know, getting back on my grind how I do. Absolutely.
What, and this is another one, I've been there. What's the best highlight as far as club performances that kind of stick out there that you've done in the past?
Oh man, one of the certain club performances, or just performances period, that stick out in my mind is when I had did a show at Echo Stage with Lil Boosie. You know, that was a major situation. You know, it was, you know, Echo Stage, if you're familiar with that spot, holds like 4,000 plus people, and it was jam-packed wall to wall, you know. So I cranked out there what I did, we performed, you know, me and my brother Doughboy the Deacon, we did our thing. And I remember coming off stage, you know, before Boosie went on, and Boosie was, you know, on the side of the stage by the green room, and he was like, man, you did your thing, man. Like, he showed me love, dapped me up, we took flicks. He was like, man, the people love you. And you know, Boosie, one of my favorite artists. So being that one of my favorite artists, like, took the time out to actually catch the show and show me love and flicked it up with me and gave me some words of encouragement and was telling me to keep doing what I'm doing, meant a lot to me, man. So yeah, the show I did with Lil Boosie, and you was there, you captured it, you know what I'm saying? So it's on YouTube. Yeah, I go YouTube, MikeskiTV on YouTube and see the footage.
And this next question isn't on my list of questions, and you seen my list of questions. Very funny. I just thought of it. You are probably the only person that, I'm not going to say me, but we all know you are you have pictures with, I think, every artist that exists when it comes to in the hip hop genre. How?
Man, hey, it's about networking, man. With me, man, like, you know, I got a lot of flicks and a lot of, you know, contacts with a lot of artists and, you know, people in the industry, because at the end of the day, I just don't look at myself as an artist. I look at myself as a walking billboard. I am the label. I'm a walking label. So after I get off stage and I do whatever I do, my 1-2 as far as a rapper, you know, I'm a man of many hats. I got to get into CEO mode. I need these contacts. So, you know, whoever I'm doing a show with, yeah, as soon as I'm done cranking, I'm done with rapper mode. I'm not a rapper no more. Now I'm, you know, CEO label mode. I need these contacts. I need to, you know what I'm saying, find out, you know, how much it's gonna cost for a verse, or if it's, you know, bigger rappers. At the end of the day, yeah, you know, I ain't too proud to throw some dollars towards the situation. It's an investment, you know. It's about building relationships, networking. So I get in network mode, you know. So that's what it's about, man. Just you know, being genuine as far as reaching out and not acting like you too cool, and being able to network with cats and walking that thin line between, you know, genuinely showing love and networking versus being a fucking dickhead groupie. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how to walk that thin line. And that's very important too, man, just to tap more into that. You know, you gotta be able to have a crew around you, man. There's certain artists out there, certain people who feel like, okay, you just a rapper, you just wanna rap. I get it, I understand. So have somebody around you in your team that can be that mouthpiece, that spokesperson for you, to be able to talk for you, to get these contacts. Don't just be the rapper guy who just raps and hops off stage and that's it and it's a done deal. Nah, you just started. That's the beginning. That's the first step. From there, get the contacts, man. Network, man. This whole industry, this whole game, this whole, you know, entertainment industry is about, you know, who you know, not even what you know. So definitely get some contacts, man. If you're not one of the people that's good with talking with people, get somebody, one of your homies that is good with it, you know?
Another question that's not on my list, I'm going to just throw it out there. It's like a little bit of trivia. Yeah. The people won't know, but you'll know. You performed in front of 20,000 people. I was there.
Yeah.
Do you remember where that was, or what I'm even talking about?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'll never forget it, man. This was I performed in front of like 20,000 Middle Eastern folks, man, and like some field in Centerville. It was like the Independence Day for like Iran. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Faraz, my man Beta Raz. He brought me out, man. It was 20,000 people, bro. 20,000 people out there that I performed in front of, you know, and it was crazy. That was the most people I ever performed in my life. And it was cooking up. They knew that I'm cooking. So yeah, that was crazy, man. You know, and if I'm lying, I'm flying. The footage is on YouTube, you know, so it was live and direct, man. Yeah, it was in Centerville, Virginia. Yeah, a few years back.
How do you feel the internet affected or impacted the music industry?
Yeah, the way the internet impacted and affected the music industry is it gave people, you know, the ability to be able to touch the world as a whole without having to travel the world. You was able to get your music to so many parts of the world without even having to be there. Like, I've never been to Germany, I've never been to Japan, I've never been to the Netherlands, I've never been to Australia, I've never been to these places, but I have a major fan base in these places because of the internet. You know, like, they know my music. Like, people send me clips in Japan, Okinawa, whatever, cranking the Interstatesnake music, and it's mind-boggling. So, you know, the internet is definitely something that's helped out independent artists tremendously.
What's the best advice you've ever been given?
Man, the best advice I've ever been given is the same advice I gave out earlier, man. Don't ever stop grinding. Don't ever stop. You know, you're gonna have your bad days, you're gonna have your certain days where, you know, you just feel like giving up. Don't ever give up, man. Keep going. If you love it, it's your passion, you know, just keep going, man. Just find that drive in you, whatever you love. You gotta find the silver lining in everything. There's a positive in everything, you know. Everything has its, you know, its trials and tribulations, roadblocks. I mean, you know, you gotta, you know, just love the grind. You know, you gotta take it in. Just don't ever stop, man. Just keep going. Whatever roadblocks you got in front of you and hurdles, hop them jumps, man. Like jump over them, man. Just keep going. Keep going, man. Just be strong-minded. Have thick skin, you know? Especially in this industry, you gotta have thick skin.
If you could change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
Man, if I could change anything about this music industry, man, shit, man, there's too many corny motherfuckers in this industry. You know what I'm saying? I motherfucking get these corny motherfuckers out of there, and these people that's in, you know what I'm saying, that's in a position of power. These corny motherfuckers, get them the fuck out of here, and put the power in the hands of the people. You know, the people who really out here cranking it, that's really talented and really doing what they doing, and you know, eliminate these motherfuckers who's like controlling these cats and using them and shit, man. So many motherfuckers in this game that be using people, man, you know. I get rid of these motherfuckers. These funny style motherfuckers.
If you could play a role in a movie and you got to pick the role, what type of role do you think you could, you know, outside of your personality, like, put together?
Shit, if there was a role in a movie
that you were able to play that's outside of your, like, comfort zone.
Yeah.
You know, like, flipping it on, like, everybody, like, you know, this is gonna be different. Like, what part, like, what kind of character would you want to portray?
Shit, man, I ain't never thought of that. Like, man, if I could portray a character in a movie, the character I would want to portray is just somebody, you know, who got it out the mud, like actually a person, you know, like a refugee, you know, somebody who's a refugee from, like, you know, a third world country who came out here and really got it, you know, from, you know, nothing to something, you know? Because that's really my life, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came to America, you know, as a refugee.